Hey guys, welcome to this week episode of Why You Don't Trust Yourself Anymore. This is one of the episodes that uh, resonates because, as we're getting older and stuff, a lot of times we kind of, you know what I mean, we feel a little anxiety check in with us when we don't do the things that we say that we want to do. Okay. And first, I want to say happy Valentine's Day. I hope you all have your loved ones that are out there that you are doing great things for, showing love. I mean, come on now. We're supposed to show love all year long, but this day is set aside for just, letting the person know that you love them, that they're very special to you. So today, I'm having a sip of my grape juice. Okay. And I want everybody out there to have something sweet because Valentine's Day is a day for having little sweet things or buy somebody something sweet. So anyway, this week we want a continuation. This is show topic 2, and you started choosing safety over truth. You didn't stop trusting yourself. You stopped listening to yourself. So a lot of times things become a habit. This episode is going to explore how fear based decisions slowly override intuition and how choosing comfort over truth trains you to doubt your own voice. We have to try to and not doubt ourselves when we have different things that happen in life and they kind of move us from the decisions that we're supposed to make or the path that we're supposed to be on. We still got to stop listening to that inner voice that's telling us that we're not going to succeed or that we are not all we're meant to be or that we should be ashamed of ourselves for not producing what it was that we were supposed to produce or to do or promises that we made to ourselves. We got to try to take all the negative and turn it into a positive situation. You knew what to do, you just didn't do it, right? And the moment you ignored your gut, you kept doing it, right? That's like fear sounds like logic. That's not realistic, okay? Um, it's not realistic for us to allow fear, okay, to stop us from producing the things that we're supposed to produce. Um, it's not realistic, it's not a realistic thought, it's not a realistic process for us to adopt negative thoughts behind not doing what it is that we're supposed to do. Now's not the right time are some of the excuses that we make. Let me wait and see, how fear disguises itself as responsibility. Um, when we have fear of not accomplishing the things that we want to accomplish in life, we have a tendency to start making excuses for why things are like they are. And, we have to be mindful of the how fear disguises itself. You know, fear can slow down production. It can stop you from accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. You know, I think, in the morning, sometimes when I wake up, I have to tell myself, before I say my prayer, I mean, after I say my prayer, I have to tell myself, calm down, because your mind could be racing because Have you ever like had so many different things that you want to do or accomplish in the day or on your task list, and then you feel like, oh man, I can't accomplish. I get a sense of anxiety because you want decency, you want order, and you also want productivity, and you want accomplishments. And when you want all of those different things in the beginning, you can't see the end. You see other things that are your responsibility. You can't see the end of completing those things, but you have to put yourself in the mindset that these are things that are going to better me. These are things that I need to do to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish, for not for somebody else to feel better, but for you to feel better for yourself. And what that's saying is that, you know, you we have to stop using self betrayal, because self betrayal can become a habit. Telling yourself, putting things off. I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll get to it later. You have to use your motivation, and also you have to push yourself. And you'll realize that have you ever noticed that once you push yourself into doing the things that you want to do, then it becomes easy. It starts to just flow right. You just gotta like put that effort in, especially when it comes to like exercising. Um, how many of us, it's like it's so much effort to get up and get dressed and get out and run a jog or lift weights and do that stuff. But once you get into it, it starts to become a routine, and it becomes a perfect routine for you because you're starting to feel good because you see the results. That's like any project that you work on in life. We have to stop allowing the self betrayal aspect of our mind to stop us from producing what is going to be a better situation or a better outcome for us. And trust me, it's not easy. We all have those points in our lives where we want to do a lot of great things, and we make a lot of promises to ourselves that we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But different circumstances in life have a tendency to stop us from being productive. And productivity is important, consistency is important. And a lot of times we have to push ourselves. But when you push yourself past that mark of not wanting to do something, there's a reward on the other side. And the reward is just knowing that you completed something. It's almost like you going to school. We dreaded going to school. Not so much going to school, but just getting up and hitting it every day and at the same time. And but that consistency, when it came time to graduate, we felt that gratitude because we actually completed something that we started out to do. Staying too long in the funk of making excuses, or saying, I'm not, I'll put it off until next week, or I'll do this another time, is not a good thing. Staying too long becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, it's hard to break. Habits are hard to break. And we have to work hard to not create those habits and stay too long in that negative things. Um, you know, shrinking our voice. When that voice is telling you to get up and go, you got to get up and go. You know, you have to get up and do what it is that you have to do because because outsourcing decisions to everyone else is the cost of peace that isn't real peace. It's like we we have a tendency to um, dwell in things, the comfort. And when anything shakes up the box, we have a tendency to, or we have a tendency to move in another direction. Well, I have truth for you people. I'm just being totally honest with you. In order for us to get to where we have to go, there's a cost of peace that we have to give up, in order to be functionable, in order to see the outcome of positive changes or things that we want in our life. And trust me, that peace, we want real peace. How do we obtain that real peace? Is by getting up and doing the things that we don't want to do. And I'm being honest with you, a lot of times I have to push myself. Every morning I got to push myself. I wake up every morning at 7 a.m. in the morning. And when I get up, I got a long list of things to do. But it's the feeling, the positive feeling that I receive when I complete those things that keep me on track of being productive, or using mind over matter and saying, hey, you got to get up. You can't just lay here. I wish I could just lay here and sleep the day away, you know, but you have your kids you got to take care of. You got your meals you have to prepare and prep. You got your exercises. You got your work. You have your assignments, your tasks. You have all these different things that you have to do. And then as you get older, your parents become your kids. You have your responsibility to look after them. As you get older, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with life. And you're not going to feel whole unless you do what it is that you're supposed to do so you can accomplish real peace in your life. Choose truth again. Discomfort as a signal, not a stop sign. You know what I'm saying? It's a signal of, it's not saying to us, this is the end. We're not going to make it. We're not going to accomplish the things that we want to. Discomfort is should be used as a motivational tool for us to be able to do what we have to do. Um, a lot of times we take discomfort and we use it in a way where as though it shuts us down. Nobody likes to feel discomfort in their thoughts, in their actions. We don't like to feel discomfort, but discomfort shouldn't be felt in a shameful kind of way. It shouldn't put that rut on you where you feel that you are not who you say you are. Self discomfort is not a stop sign. It's a signal for us to get to where we need to go. And if you find it difficult, because just like I said, when you do things consistently, after a while, it becomes a habit, a rut, something that you're stuck in. You know that word rut? We used to hear that when we grew up. And the rut is because everything has piled up. And when things start to pile up, we get that's when the decision of not to complete things come in, or the decision to put them off comes in, or the decision, and then we let them pile up and park up. Stop doing that. You can't accomplish everything in a day. So practice small acts of courage. You know, uh, do that one thing, like clean out your closet. Do some organization first because I think organization brings clarity. Um, Start a prayer life, ask God to be with you in your thoughts and your actions. Continue to ask Him to give you strength and wisdom and know-how to be able to do the things that He set out for you, your purpose. Um, Letting intuition speak before logic shuts it down. You know, your intuition is telling you when you do what you got to do, you're going to feel good about it. Your intuition is telling you productivity brings success. I'm going to feel good if I clean my closet. I'm going to feel good if I work out because I'm going to see physical results. I'm going to feel good if I change my eating habits. Let the intuition speak over the logic of you got to start from zero and that's hard. Or this is going to take a lot of effort. Do I have the energy for it? Logic will shut you down. It will destroy you. And not to be emotionally um, or religiously, but the truth is, logic a lot of times is darkness. Darkness that's overpowering the light. Because intuition is your light. Logic is the darkness that comes up, the darkness that's trying to sabotage your existence or who you are. So, next week, we're going to get more into your intuition. Look, it didn't disappear. You stopped. You stopped trusting it. And we're going to lean more into the intuition of life, lean more into what that positive intuition is that surrounds all of us. It's the God that's in us, it's the angels that's camped around us, that's speaking to us. I want to see you win because winning is everything. It makes you feel whole, purpose driven, existence, purposeful existence is what I want to say. It makes you walk with your head up instead of walking with your head down. It makes you feel accomplished. It makes you want to brag because it's okay to talk about your wins when you're winning, you know. This topic is so important to me, and we all will be in a position at one particular time or another to um, have to make positive decisions on succeeding in life. Life ain't easy for nobody. It's not easy for nobody. Fear sounds like logic, but it's not. You know, you knew what to do. Why you just don't do it? Discomfort isn't a stop sign. It doesn't stop us from, we're supposed to feel discomfort. Discomfort is a part of life. And anytime I have ever accomplished anything, there was some discomfort involved. Trial and error, mistakes, those are the things that strengthen you to get you. And unless you experience those things, you will never, find what it is that you're supposed to learn. And I always say this: when negative things happen in our lives or situations, we have to always look and say, what is it that I'm supposed to obtain from it? What is it that, what logic am I supposed to get out of it? Instead of you have to let your intuition click in, because logic, if you see logic, the negative things that happen to you, you gotta put that intuition in and say, well, what is it I'm supposed to get from this? What is it that I'm supposed to, what is God trying to show me? Because the universe is always trying to teach us a lesson. And the lesson that we learn is so important for existence. And I'm learning the older I get, the more I have to rely on my intuition and not my logic. Because logic will take you out of here. Logic is not faith. Your intuition is faith. Believing in things that are unseen is intuition. Logic is believing in what you see currently and allowing that to tell you that there could never be a change from your current situation. That's logic. Because logic, we feel like is real. But you have to believe in the unseen, the impossible. We are all winners. And I want us to win. Our next show, it talks about, you're ashamed you didn't become who you thought you would be. That's series 2, part 3. And that's on February the 21st at 6 p.m. And we have to go through all of this negative so I can tell you what the positives are. It's the same concept of what we're talking about right now. If you don't lay it on the table and discuss what the situation is or what the circumstances is, then we will never get to victory, because you have to do a roadmap. You have to literally start writing things down. Instead of going straight, go the opposite direction. To change your sight because of something you're missing, stop a moment and smell the roses. Flowers are meant to be smelled. They're not meant to just be walked past. And we walk past so many beautiful things that are in life because we are mixed up in our logic, that we don't let our intuition lead us. And when you allow an intuition to lead you, all of the fear, the doubt, it fades away over time. It's not going to happen immediately, but it fades away over time. It's generating what we call a habit. You have to have a habit to get up and read the word. It has to be a habit. A lot of times people don't, they got all this new stuff taking place right now. They don't want to believe in the word. This is real. It's real as though it gives you a foundation of light. Not so much the darkness. Everything else is telling you it's okay to be dark. No, it's not. And the longer you live, you'll learn that you always going to come right back to this. It doesn't matter which direction you go in life. the pain, the suffering, you're always going to be led back to this. And if you don't believe me, keep living. But anyway, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining Chatterbox. And you know me, I always say subscribe and like. And, stay updated and drop your thoughts or join a conversation on my social media pages and everything. I'm been adding a lot of shorts for my podcast and along with my food and things like that, just for you guys just to um, enjoy and to get something positive out of everything. Today is Valentine's Day. It's the day of showing love. Go hug somebody. Tell somebody that they are important to you. And it's not even so much of just telling them, it's showing them, because actions is more than anything. You know, love is patient, it's kind, it happens without effort. It's something that is supposed to just be a part of you. It comes natural to love on somebody, to give love. The conscience is so important. And if you don't have a conscience, okay, go ahead, this ain't for you. But if you got a conscience and you know exactly what I'm talking about, try telling somebody you love them and allow them or that energy that you put out to come back to you. You got to be open to love, but you also got to be open to giving love. Because some people will say, "Oh, I don't get no love." Well, what are you giving out? Because love is magnetic. One thing love don't ask for is reasoning. Love is heartfelt, and when things come from the heart, man, that's why this podcast is resonating with me, because it's like, get up. It's time for us to change. It's time for us to stop making promises to ourselves that we don't do. We are made to be productive human beings. And so when we put effort in anything that we do, whether it's love, just anything, when you do it out of love, you get nothing but positivity from it. I'm telling you. So change the attitudes. Think positive. Come on back. Okay, come on back. Because I know it's millions and millions of people that are out there that are just stuck in a rut. But I'm here to tell you that that rut is not forever. It doesn't have to be forever. Start with some small wins, and you will come out of that rut. I promise you. Choose a life of God. Let Him be a part of your life. Let Him transition you from nothing to something. Let Him start to use your mind and give you ideas and inventions and things that your body and your mind didn't have the patience or the calmness to do before you found Him. Because one thing God gives you is peace. And with that peace, you can do anything. He gives you ideas, inventions, He gives you success, He gives you wisdom, He gives you all those things. And guess what? You deserve it. And guess what? What God has for you is for you. Don't have nothing to do with nobody else. Be led by God, be led by intuition, motivation, and you will be successful. I want to say thank you guys for joining Chatterbox. The time is up. We had a marvelous conversation tonight. And happy Valentine's Day to you. Have something sweet. I baked a cookie. Spread the sweetness, guys. I love you.